Jambo, how y'all doing? How are you? Kiswahili. Friday. Welcome to Black BLAXBlack TV. Today, we're going to talk about today is Good Friday. Today is the day that they seek to elevate Imanuel, the begotten son of GodWithUs. Now, there are those who may not know any better and who may not be able to comprehend and get into the whole concept of how this life goes. But at the same time, what I'm here to make an announcement is that today is the Good Friday. Tomorrow, Furua Sabasiku, happy seventh day, happy seventh day, uh, is the day, will be the third day. He was put into his tomb Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and he rose on the fourth day, which would be Sunday, the first day of the week. One more time. Now, here's what most people don't understand. Growing up as a kid, I had a widow's peak. I'll never forget. And what we used to do is make it a point, was to trim it off, because they came out with this TV show, The Munsters, and they had this little white kid, Eddie Munster, who had a widow's peak. And, a lot of times, hey, man, you look at you got an Eddie Munster, key. Not knowing that the main reason that they was doing this was those of us who had a widow's peak would deny that because the widow's peak is a sign of intelligence. We would trim it down in order to conform because we didn't want to be looking like Eddie Monster, which is makeup, which ain't real, but mine is real. Now, I been shaving my head for years, and I thought that this hair was gone. And so I had stopped shaving here, right? Because I'm thinking, it's like pretty much gone. Because I wore a hat, so a hat would be the first thing to be gone would be the widow's peak. But next thing I know, I looked up one day and looked in the mirror and I seen strings of hair. I'm like, wow, my sign of intelligence is back. So I'm going to leave that there. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm not getting ready to get rid of it because it made me remember what the widow's peak is about. If you have, as a black man or a black woman, if you have a widow's peak, do not take that away. That is the most prominent sign of intelligence that you can have from here above. Don't trim that down so you can be looking normal. And don't let nobody tell you about no TV show about no Eddie Munster. Because it's about he. One more time. What do you say? Pay attention to what? Signs. Widow's peace is signs of intelligence. It's just like gray hair at an early age. If you got a couple gray hairs and you 13, 14, I remember people used to be like, oh man, no, man. That's a sign of wisdom. That's a sign of wisdom. You got to pay attention to the signs that our foreparents always told us. But we be like, oh, that's superstition. That was so long ago. No. Because I had completely forgot about a widow peak until I looked up there and noticed. I'm like, what? And I guess I was like, what? Some black and gray hairs right here? I'm like, wow. Okay. I'm not bragging on me. I'm bragging on he who created me and telling me pay attention to the signs. The signs. One more time. Today is Good Friday because tomorrow is the day before the resurrection. One more time. Now, white people got black people believing that he was buried. Where was he buried at? He was never buried. Blue, ooh, I'm gonna be like Jesus. I'm gonna be buried in the ground for 3 days and rise. He wasn't buried in the ground. He was placed into a tomb. One more time. As far as I'm concerned, he was sitting back just chilling, waiting on the rock to be moved so he could step out. That's why he wasn't placed in the ground. Excuse me. He was placed in a tomb. He was not placed in the ground. See, y'all keep brain whitewash, brain whitewash, brain whitewash. I believe in gold to gold. He said ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Don't not dig no hole and put me in no hole. Burn me and throw my ashes in the wind. What are you doing? You taking up space here on earth for a useless receptacle. Because the receptacle is useless once I'm gone. Once my spirit leaves out of this receptacle, why is it still here on earth taking up space? Why? Why? Because y'all so busy. Listen to the white folks. Oh, it's disrespect. Yeah, it is. And no, it ain't. Yeah, he said something about burying people in the beginning because those were people who were in it of goals. Yes, they were to be glorified because of who they were. You ain't nobody. I ain't nobody. Don't dig no hole to put me in no hole. Burn this, throw the ashes in the wind. I'm looking at over here in China. They running out of burial space. Wow. How you running out of burial space? Because you're trying to glorify something that I glorify my mother and father every day. Every day. Right there on my mantle. There's a picture of him and there's a picture of her. I have a picture of my mother and father. And I look at them and I see them and I glorify them every day. I'm not going to no hole in no ground. A hole in the ground. See? Stop brain whitewash. Imanuel to break the spell that they in. Imanuel to break the spell that they in. One more time. Happy. Using your brain. Get happy using your own brain. Get happy using your own brain. Let them have their God, Jesus. We would take gold of golds, who sent his begotten son, Imanuel, Imanuel, whose name means God with us, here to earth for us to understand the rules and regulations that had changed to a degree because time had went on. One more time. Just like you weren't supposed to touch the dead. But then again, he started allowing people that were morticians to touch the dead. He didn't say nothing about, oh, no more touching the dead. At first, no one could touch the dead because there was not a job as a mortician. But once the mortician came along, okay, for the morticians, I give you a pass. Imanuel was sent so that we could understand the new rules. They still never overruled the original rules. You still don't bow down to OPG, other people's goals. You still don't. You still don't drink blood. You still don't eat raw meat. You don't eat nothing raw. One more time. He gave man this. This is what God, God of goals, gave man this. So that there is absolutely no excuse for me to eat my meat raw. One more time. One more time. He gave man this water. So there's no reason for me to be washing down anything with blood. One more time. I noticed what he said for his chosen peoples to do. One more time. I don't eat pork. Have I ate pork? I grew up eating pork. I was in my 40s eating pork. What are you talking about? Pork is not against God of goals. Pork is against God of goals if you call yourself in and of the clan of Israel. If you call yourself a part of Israel, no, you don't eat any scavengers. No scavengers. But if you do eat scavengers, it's not a sin. It's a sin if you call yourself Israel and you eat that. Yes, you are sinning. You are blatantly disrespecting He who created a special diet for his chosen people. No scavengers. But he didn't say everybody. He said his chosen people. Everybody else, you can eat what you want to eat. But one more time, don't drink the blood. Don't eat it raw. That's it. His chosen people is the one who don't eat scavengers. When I became a part of the clan of Israel, when I became a part of the house of Israel, when I became a part of the children of Israel, when my big brother Imanuel, God with us, is the king of the Jews, Judas, king of the Jews, J-U, king of the Jews, J-U. One more time. That's why they study Judaism. The J-E-W study J-U-Daism. One more time. Because even though they try to do what they're trying to do, they still won't disrespect him. That's why they ain't running around bragging on no Matthew 123. They make y'all do that. Y'all the one, Matthew 123, and then you go down here, what is it, 25? 25, 26? What is it? 25, 26? Then you go down there and you change his name. You change his name. I don't know what make you change his name, but you go down there and you change his name from Imanuel to J-E-S-U-S. It says crystal clear. Matthew 123, Imanuel, go with us. And then you go down, what is it, 24, 25? And they named him Jesus. Not my book, not in the book of life. He's Imanuel all the way through. One more time. Imanuel to break the spell that they in. Happy Good Friday. The second day that Imanuel, God with us, was and is in his tomb, not in his grave, in his tomb. For all we know, he could be doing what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now, just chilling, talking to gold of goals, relaxing, waiting on the door to open, because he wasn't in the ground. One more time. Stop bringing whitewash. Stop bringing whitewash. Stop bringing whitewash. He was not in the ground. He was in a tomb where he was sitting back, chilling, waiting for his 3 days to be up. And then he can come out and fulfill his power. Because that's what the resurrection is all about. God of goals, power. One more time. His begotten son was allowed to look death in the face, and death could do nothing. Imanuel was allowed to look death in the face, and death could do nothing but just look back and go on about their business. One more time. It's about his power of gold, of the living. One more time, not the dead. All those people got their own goals. Let them have their goals, because their goal is never above gold. because he is the beginning. Let there be light. And she, capital S, capital H, capital I, that man, Adam, called son, S-U-N. Mother, nature, mother, earth. His first creation. One more time. So if you got a widow's peak, keep it. Keep that widow peak and let that widow peak show and shine and be prominent so that the whole world can understand that that is a sign from God of goals. That's why everybody don't get to have one. That's a sign from him letting folks know your representation of who you being a very, very special, intelligent individual. One more time, I'm not bragging on me. Because as far as I was concerned, I'm bald, so I'm not thinking about this. So I didn't even think it was there. But he gave it to me so that I could remember who I am. He always, just like they say in the book, teach them as a child. So as they get grown and older, that will come back into fruition. One more time. I'm here 6'5" because he said 6'5". I need you 6'5" to reach back and bring it forward. You understand what I'm saying? This is for the young men and the young women. You got a widow's peak, keep it. Keep that sign of specialness. Yes, because it's a true sign from goal to goal that you are a highly intelligent individual. So, one more time. Happy Good Friday. Yes, the second day that Imanuel, Matthew 1:23, God with us, is in a tomb. One more time. Stop brain whitewash. A tomb. Not a grave, in a tomb. Chilling and waiting on the door to be open so that he could come out and be seen so that his presence would show the power of gold. As always, asante sana. Thank you very much. Mochi Kupenda, one love. Braga. Blessings. Amani Kutoka. You. Peace from above. Oh, trip. Seas, baby. Trip. Seas, baby. Cool, calm, collected. Remember, keep the trip C's in your mind so that you can stay cool, calm, collected. Happy Good Friday. Enjoy. Happy Good Friday. Trip C's.